The Effects of Technology Integration on Gender by Christopher Dodd. The purpose of this study was to primarily investigate whether integrating technology in classroom instruction would increase student achievement and involvement in the content. A subsection was to identify the differences between the perception and achievement of male and female students with technology integration and to determine if differentiated instruction was necessary to meet gender differences. As we continue to move through the 21st century, it is inevitable that technology is the central focus of all educational initiatives. Beyond education, it is an indisputable fact that technology resides within reach of all individuals, regardless of age. Knowing that technology is inescapable, it would be equally irresponsible if educational programs and pedagogy strayed from including technology as a base for curriculum and instruction. However, providing access to technology alone will not be successful in creating well-rounded students that can survive in a technology-dependent world. Instead, technology must be integrated into the learning process. There is a growing body of evidence that technology integration positively affects student achievement and academic performances. As more and more school districts struggle to make ends meet financially, the desire to increase technology purchases for curriculum advances becomes frustrating. The question is no longer about whether to add more technology to education, but instead has been replaced with how much technology we need to be efficient. Education technology is not yet proven solution for learning and limits for the experience of education and human interaction. Differentiation is a recent buzzword that is surfacing in education. Classrooms are filled with students that have various levels of learning capabilities and comprehension abilities. That the teachers are still required to meet the needs of every student equitably. Educators focus so much on trying to use the latest technologies to engage students, improve academics, and prepare students for the 21st century careers. However, are we putting enough effort into making sure that our initiatives are properly adjusted to meet the needs of male and female students efficiently? There is an overwhelming number of studies done to emphasize the differences between boys and girls, how their brains work, social concerns, physical developments, and other factors that contribute. However, as teachers plan curriculum, there really isn't a priority to disseminating whether the instructional procedures and technology integrations meet the needs of each gender. Structurally and functionally, our schools fail to recognize and fulfill gender-specific needs. The question then becomes, is this technology a helpful tool for learning or a hindrance on the educational outcome of students? I believe that the integration of technology will help students in today's educational world become more engaged in learning and thus create a drive for them to continue to learn. I will be looking at two subcategories: technological factors related to student achievement and types or uses of efficient technology implementation. There are several technological factors that have been shown through research to have a strong correlation to student achievement. It is important to note that technology is no substitute for an inspiring teacher, and it isn't the only factor that will have a role on student achievement. However, in the 21st century classroom, it is a huge one. There are numerous studies that are being conducted and that have discovered correlations between the integration of technology and the improvement of student achievement in school and standardized tests. Just integrating technology in the classroom is not enough. Teachers still need to be a part of the puzzle and help find ways to incorporate the technology in a meaningful way so students will not only learn the information, but the skills to be successful in the future. I think the key to successful integration of technology is to use a blended learning environment. It is important to note that results are strongest when the uses of technology discussed above are combined with opportunities for strategic teacher support and social interaction amongst students. This tells us that we not only need to incorporate technology into our classrooms, but also support the students in their needs and use those skills in a blended environment. In conclusion, I believe that technology is important in education in the classroom as it forces us to reconsider how people learn. Though, as I have stated and other studies have shown, it is not enough to use computers as textbooks.
There must be some thought and meaning behind each activity to engage the students in technology, then ultimately learning. Technology is a positive supplement to bridge the gap between education and the technological world in which we live, and thus we must use it in our classes to enhance learning. We also need to be conscientious of gender issues and how the male and female brains work differently, and thus should require differentiation in instruction to better meet the needs of our students. Though this might seem like a daunting task, I believe this is a necessary one that, if not implemented, could greatly diminish the quality of education received by our students. Female students need to be repeatedly shown that technology is not a male career and that there are many avenues in which females can explore. Projects and instruction needs to be designed so that it will grab the interest of all students. Male students need to be fostered into focusing on the work they are doing using technology instead of putting all of the energy into the devices they use. Technology is more than just working with machines. It is a means of completing a task that could make worldwide changes. The teacher is just as important in the classroom as the technology that is being pushed into the forefront of education. Using it correctly and efficiently is not as clear as one might perceive. Technology must be integrated in ways to meet the needs of all students, male and female alike, and presented with versatility. There is no cookie-cutter pattern to follow, but if there is a desire to improve classroom instruction, then there are simple techniques that can be applied to make these transitions effective. Like all the studies and research, there is not a one-size-fits-all for anyone, and we must take that in stride, where some of our students won't fall into these pockets of how they are supposed to learn.